Hi, members of St. Jude and Immaculate Conception parishes in Louisa County, Virginia, and anybody else who may have found this video. I'm Larry Kavanagh, Dr. Larry Kavanagh, and I want to present what was supposed to be an adult enrichment class, which we had planned for our parishes to be held in May of 2020, and at a time that put us right in the middle of the coronavirus. So the class as scheduled cannot possibly be held because we're still under all these restrictions. And maybe the class will never be held, but that's why I wanted to put it online. The class was to consist of a talk about some apparitions of the Blessed Mother. And I had chosen to pick not the familiar apparitions like Lourdes or Our Lady of Guadalupe or Fatima, but some of the lesser known apparitions, and I had chosen 3. Now, as it turned out, in thinking about it, the 3 apparitions of the Blessed Mother, which I was planning to present, all really do bear a relationship to our living through this coronavirus. So let me tell you about that before you actually click on and start the talk itself, which is in 3 parts. First, I was planning to talk about Our Lady of Einsiedeln. Einsiedeln, or Einsiedeln, as some people pronounce it, is a place in Switzerland. And this is an apparition that's very familiar to the people around the Switzerland area and Germany and the countries nearby. Saint Meinrad, who lived around 700-800 AD, was a Benedictine hermit. He followed the rule of Benedict, even though he lived about 150 years after Benedict. So he had a little hermitage. He lived all by himself, although people did come to see him. And he had a little chapel that he had built. And this was a statue that was there. It wasn't blackened at the time. It was light wood at the time. This statue of the Blessed Mother and her infant child, the Madonna and Child, really helped Meinrad through his days as a hermit. Think about it. In the coronavirus now, we need help because we're living like hermits ourselves with the rules of stay at home, don't go out, stay at home. Feel like sometimes you're a prisoner at the home and you're living all by yourself. The Black Madonna of Einsiedeln, or Einsiedeln, will help you get through this. And the story about it is a great story. That was the first one. The second apparition of Mary, which I wanted to talk about, was Our Lady of Prompt Succor. This is if you're from Louisiana, you would know about this one. She is the patroness of the whole state of Louisiana. Our Lady of Prompt Succor is the one that people in Louisiana or New Orleans go to help them through hurricanes. Prompt succor means quick help, fast help. And the stories that relate to Our Lady of Prompt Succor that involve the Ursuline nuns, among others, all involve her giving quick help when you need it. And Lord knows, with the coronavirus coming on as strong as it has, we could use some fast help to get us out of this mess. Our Lady of Prompt Succor will show you an example of how that's done. And she's got a good story too. The third apparition that I wanted to deal with is this one, Our Lady of Kiba Ho. Kiba Ho is a place in Africa, Central Africa. It's in the country of Rwanda. And this is an apparition that occurred in our times. In 1980s was when the apparition occurred. She appeared to 3 children, high school students, at Kiba Ho High School. And she gave them warning of a terrible catastrophe that was going to happen to their country. About 10 years or so after these apparitions occurred, a terrible civil war happened in Rwanda, involving genocide, involving the death of more than 800,000 people in a 100-day period. Massive in a country of only 7 million people. And this one, Our Lady of Kiba Ho, taught us how to pray a particular chaplet or a version of the rosary called the Seven Sorrows Rosary, Seven Sorrows of Mary. And I want to talk to you about the Seven Sorrows, how it may or may not have helped the people of Rwanda. It may not have saved them from the genocide, but it gave them courage and it gave them the will to live on. Just as right now in our days, we are experiencing this awful virus and we need to know how to, and it's killing an awful lot of our people. And we need to find the courage to get through that. So those three apparitions really are timely. And I hope that you will check on the three videos which follow that talk about their stories. So, and if, God willing, we're able to hold the class live after the virus is all over, we'll probably say even more about this. In the meantime, God bless, and I hope you get something out of this class.